My name is Harry Kazakian. I'm the president and CEO of USA Express Legal and Investigative Services. I became a private investigator during my early years when I was an EMT, when I was 19, 20 years old. I was running too many emergency calls on vehicle accidents, and I observed many collisions and major injuries, catastrophic injuries. I always wondered how the liability gets handled, who accepts liability, who accepts fault, and how the injured get compensated. So with this in mind, since I was always interested becoming an investigator, I started a fictitious business name called TC Investigations. TC stands for Traffic Collision Investigations. And I started marketing myself to law firms. I created a flyer stating that I'm an EMT, I see many accidents, and if you need me to interview witnesses, visit the scene of the accident, investigating your client's cases, please let me know. Telephone calls started coming in, and I started going out there looking at the scene of the accident and trying to see what was the cause of the accident and who was at fault for the accident, started interviewing witnesses. One day when I purchased my first house, I had a lady by the name of Marcia who was writing our policy. So I got off work after 72 hours with very minimum sleep, and I went to sign some of the paperwork that is required to get insurance. Marcia looked at me and said, "Harry, you look like crap." And I said, well, I was on 72 hours. I guess I looked very disheveled. And I said I had very minimum sleep. And she tells me, well, you should come work for us. She goes, you could be an insurance claims investigator. You can come and go as you please. You could get a company car. They could train you how to investigate accidents. This was surreal. And so, nevertheless, I got the job. And with that, I met many attorneys. I started my own company in the background, started marketing. That's when I started USA Express Legal and Investigative Services in 1998. But I wasn't in the picture as much. My wife, Gina, was in the picture, day-to-day operations.
We strive to have our clients succeed. Our main goal is to make sure our clients are happy with us and they are taken care of by us providing their statuses on time, by making sure that the services are completed on a timely manner and efficiently. Our success is their success.
We make sure what we do, we add value to our clients. My experience as a first-generation immigrant was eye-opening. When we were in Armenia, my dad used to tell me that he wanted to take us to land of opportunity, to America, because he hated working and living under a communist regime. Back in the 70s, Armenia was still under a communist regime. So when they applied to come to America, it took about 10 years to get an approval. After 10 years, me, my sister, my parents migrated to America. 1975, we left Armenia and made it to America in 1976 in May. I was 13. When we came here, it was difficult. I knew I had to learn new language. I knew we had to find a school that I can attend, my sister can attend. My parents did not speak the language, so we struggled. My dad and I walked miles and miles to find a school that I can attend for summertime since we came in May. In 1976, I wanted to go to summer school. So I started summer school. I remember this teacher, Miss Moss. She took me and she was one-on-one teaching. She would go through the book and provide pictures and help me to name those pictures. She laid the foundation of my English. It was incredible. So at the same time, I continued attending school. I knew the burden was on me to do something better, something good now that I'm in this land of opportunity that my dad brought, and we were looking forward to move on and build something for ourselves. So I started doing a lot of odd jobs. I started cleaning offices. I pumped gas, bagged groceries, paint buildings, and attended school. So when I finished school, I went to an EMT school, became an EMT, and this incredible country that we're in, I wanted to make sure that I take advantage and I do what I need to do to complete and satisfy my dad's dream to come to land of opportunity, and so we could do better for ourselves, better for our families. It wasn't easy, but we stayed focused and we accomplished what we needed to accomplish. Some of the interesting cases we've handled, I believe we have, one of the cases I remember, there was a crosswalk on Pacific Coast Highway where there's been many fatality accidents, and there's been many complaints filed by area residents to city where that crosswalk was located in, and city completely ignored it. The case we received, this was, I believe, the 6th fatality in that same crosswalk. So we identified enough issues in that crosswalk. We set up a radar gun, especially this happened at night. So not only that crosswalk was unsafe to cross, but street lights directly above the crosswalk was not operational for many months, going back years, we believe. And so we presented this, there was a jury trial, it was a huge verdict against the city, and now they have flashers, signs, pedestrian call buttons. We made that area safe. Another good case we had involves a 9-year-old kid on the freeway. It was a solo accident, and somehow there was a blowout, SUV lost control, people got ejected from the vehicle. It was a horrible loss. And so it was investigated, and basically, according to officials, it was all parties, it was all fatality due to driver's error. So we inspected the vehicle, we identified that there was a blowout, there was a tire made by one specific company, and we also identified eventually that one of the passengers was still alive after the crash. So we identified a witness who was on the side of the freeway watching, trying to get across the freeway to save this kid that it was still moving on the freeway. At the same time, he sees emergency personnel are pulling to the area. He raises his hands up, asking the fire truck to stop. Fire truck continues driving. The driver looks to the witness. Witness says stop. The driver continues driving, goes over the kid, killing the kid. And then the driver backs up over the kid, not knowing what's going on. It was late, it was dark. And so when we interviewed this witness and received this fact that it was a county emergency vehicle that killed this child, we immediately notified our client. We immediately filed governmental claim. And our client, the law office, receives a call from a defense firm telling our client that we're representing the kid's family that we were waiting to see if we're going to hear from you. They knew that county vehicle ran over and killed this kid, and they knew who the family was, but they were waiting for that 6-month statute to expire so they could put it behind them. That case, again, was a huge settlement, huge verdict, and that was resolved.
We always go into investigations with an open mind, no bias, so that we just go for the truth. I mean, we always want to do a good report for our client, of course, but a good report can also be a bad report because they want to know if their client is worthy of their covering them, you know.
I keep my investigative skills sharp by attending continuous education, being part of many investigation associations, such as California Association of Licensed Investigators, Florida, Texas, and many other states. We attend many seminars, learning about body language, how to understand when witness is not being truthful. It's kind of like becoming human lie detector. A lot of times when we interview witnesses, on criminal defense cases, victims during criminal defense, and so those seminars help us to stay on top of our game. And now, especially with artificial intelligence and technology out there, we try to stay on top of technology to make sure we investigate cases utilizing the best technologies for our clients to get them what they want.
I think we're a better investigations company than other companies out there because I really feel we go above and beyond to get our client the right information to maximize their case. I think we're more thorough than other companies, and we're willing to do whatever it takes to get the information to them as efficiently as possible.
After how far we've come, we give back to a lot of foundations. China Assist Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. There's a foundation called California Highway Patrol Foundation that we provide funding to widows and children of California Highway Patrol that they were killed or somehow disabled in the course and scope of their performance work. We provide, we donate a lot to Shriners Hospital in Los Angeles and many other states, helping children to receive free treatment. We provide funding to orphanages. We try to do whatever we can to help. My plans and goals for the future is it's going to be a journey. We just built an app which is about to hit the market. The app is going to make attorneys' lives a lot easier, paralegals' lives a lot easier. So we're going to market that. We are marketing nationwide now. We are very reputable and well known in California. I'm hoping that we could market nationwide and get the same reputation. And once this app is ready to go, it's going to be amazing for law offices. Every time they have an assignment, all they have to do is drag and drop from their desktop into our system, and that system automatically assigns that assignment to an investigator in that area. This app will help them to have an investigator go sit with their client and complete the retention documents, intake documents for the law firm to represent. This is going to be on real time. Clients will sign these documents, investigator will complete the documents and submit, and law offices will receive this in real time. If it's a process service, investigations, or intake appointment, attorney will have this in their office within a day or two, completed and ready to go. So that's going to be amazing. Other future plans we have, we've been approached by many large firms, lots of, I would say at least 4 private equity firms that they have shown some interest for merger or acquisition, and we just not interested yet, but maybe future we will be. I always wanted to go to Armenia and find my long lost uncle. Went to Armenia in 2017 and I found him. He was in his 40s, he was married, living in very bad conditions. And when my grandpa left Armenia, he had purchased a land for him. And so he had sort of like a tent or shed on that land. And so he was surprised to actually, I was there looking for him. And so we built a house there together. We funded and he built it. And today they have an incredible house, good family. His kid got married, got a child. And that just, it's an incredible that I feel incredible that I was actually able to do something like that for someone that I always wanted to find. Not only I found him, but just because where we are today, just because what this beautiful country done for me, and for me to give this and accomplish that kind of endeavor, I think that was amazing. The one experience I had that taught me the most, this is a sad story. We lost our son when he was 19. That was tough. My wife and I and my beautiful daughter, we were struggling. What we learned is no matter what life throws your way, you have to grab it, you have to understand it, you have to stay focused, and you just have to live with a sorrow, live with incredible loss, and share the weight of that loss with your significant other. And you have to continue doing what you do best and continue cherishing each moment, each day. And with that, I don't sweat the little things. I hear people always complain about things that have no meaning. And it's difficult to cope with something like that, and that experience has taught me that you just have to stay focused. You have to take care of the ones, your loved ones, no matter what life brings you, and you can never give up. I consider myself blessed. Now I know praying works. I have a beautiful and very intelligent daughter. I have a beautiful wife who's also my confidant. We've been married for 30 years, and I'm looking forward for another 30 years. You just gotta cherish them and love them and do the best you can. It's been a difficult journey for all of us, all three of us, but it's worth trying it, staying focused, and doing the best you can with what you have.